Some years in history have been especially amazing for archaeology, like 1922, when King Tut's tomb was found, or 1880, when the Cave of Altamira was discovered. But there is a lot more to find. Archaeologists love their job, and they are very good at it. Every single day they discover something that tells the stories about the people who lived before us, and if you love those kinds of tales, stay tuned, because here are the 15 archaeological discoveries with fascinating stories. Number 15. The Vanished Gladiator of Selçuk. Back in 2024, at Ayasuluk Hill and St. John Monument excavations in Selçuk, archaeologists found a tomb believed to belong to a Roman gladiator from the 3rd century BC, though the sarcophagus was empty. This tomb had eventually been reused for 12 individuals. The original gladiator's remains had been removed. His name, Euphrates, was etched onto the stone, along with 3 crosses added long after his burial. Later, more crosses were engraved on the lid and inside, likely during the 7th or 8th century. Archaeologists also found remnants of a larger settlement, ancient water channels, drainage systems, multiple graves, and a church that later evolved into a basilica, then a domed church. They say it is similar to imperial tombs that are found in Istanbul, Marmara Island, and Syria. But this tomb was built with good quality materials. The discovery of this gladiator's tomb not only sheds light on the burial practices of the time, but also enriches our understanding of early Ephesus and its historical significance. Number 14. The Beetle Wing Crown of Gyeongju. Gyeongju was once the ancient capital of the Silla Kingdom, and now it is a historic treasure trove often called an open-air museum. Among the many ceremonial items unearthed here are gold crowns, jade ornaments, and exquisitely detailed accessories. One rare crown stood out. It featured delicate jewel beetle wings, arranged to resemble an upside-down heart. Once a pretty green, these wings have now faded to a muted brown. Of the 15 wings originally embedded in the crown, 7 remained in place while the others had fallen nearby. This find marks the first time beetle wings were discovered within a crown still resting on the head of its wearer. The ornate design included tree-like vertical branches, antler-shaped forms, and pendants of gold and jade. A complete set of jewelry accompanied the burial, believed to be custom-made for the young girl, estimated to be between 12 and 15 years old, who wore it in her final moments. Number 13. Hieroglyphic inscriptions of Ramesses III. This newly uncovered set of hieroglyphic inscriptions in southern Jordan is changing what historians thought about Egypt's ancient reach into the Levant. Carved into sandstone in the Wadi Rum Desert, the inscriptions date back over 3,000 years and feature the image of Pharaoh Ramesses III, who ruled from 1186 to 1155 BC. This marks the first confirmed use of his likeness in Jordan, suggesting Egyptian presence or influence in this region was more significant than once believed. Wadi Rum is known for its petroglyphs and prehistoric human activity, and it's a protected heritage site. Experts believe the presence of these markings points to a royal expedition or diplomatic visit to the northwestern Arabian Peninsula during his reign. As more carvings are studied, archaeologists expect to uncover further evidence of ancient Egyptian trade, political ties, or religious significance far beyond the Nile. These finds hint at connections that extended deeper into the Arabian corridor than previously understood. Number 12. Throne Room Relief from Nineveh. The ruins of ancient Nineveh, which were once the seat of the Assyrian Empire, are located near modern-day Mosul in Iraq. Excavations at the North Palace of King Ashurbanipal revealed a monumental throne room decorated with immense carved slabs. One slab, measuring 18 feet long by nearly 10 feet high and weighing close to 12 tons, stood out. The intricate reliefs carved into the stone illustrated narratives central to Assyrian life: religion, royalty, and rituals. King Ashurbanipal, the empire's last great ruler, is depicted alongside lesser-known figures and two prominent deities, Ashur and Ishtar. What makes this slab remarkable is its thematic shift. Unlike others, it doesn't focus on major gods, but instead tells a broader cultural story. It's the only piece of its kind discovered so far, adding mystery to its creator, purpose, and placement. As excavations continue, this singular artwork remains an unparalleled window into the worldview and daily life of a powerful civilization once feared and admired across the ancient world. Number 11. Odysseus's alleged palace on Ithaca. On the Greek island of Ithaca, archaeologists believe they've located the site where Odysseus may have once lived. The structure stands near Exogi, surrounded by rugged terrain and layered terraces linked by stone staircases. Among those familiar with the site, it's often called the School of Homer. New evidence suggests the area was inhabited during the late Neolithic period and remained active through the Mycenaean era of the 14th to 13th centuries before Common Era. Excavated materials include pottery shards, flint blades, cisterns, and storage vessels, all pointing to long-term use and structured living. The strategic location and layout suggest it was more than a home. It likely played a role in resource oversight, port coordination, or local governance. Though myth and archaeology rarely overlap neatly, the structure's prominence, age, and placement make it a strong candidate for the kind of central fortified dwelling a figure like Odysseus would have commanded, if he did in fact exist at all. What's your take on it? Number 10. Medieval metalworking hut on the Isle of Islay. Metalwork practices in medieval Scotland have long been a subject of study, and one recent find adds new insight. The Scottish Isle of Islay, researchers uncovered a metalworking hut dating between the 6th and 9th centuries AD. The smelting structure was built on top of an abandoned residential home. Evidence at the site includes metal scraps, rotary querns, bone needles, shale fragments, and debris from smelting. Additional traces were found in nearby buildings that once formed part of a small community. After testing, researchers confirmed the shale was sourced locally. The structure measured 22 by 21 feet, with one circular section slightly larger and designed for potential extensions. As the original dwelling wore down, it was repurposed for metalworking. Other discoveries on the island include a chapel, graveyard, and various domestic buildings, but no other residences have been excavated. The transformation of a living space into an industrial site reveals the evolving needs of the community across centuries. Number 9. Iron Age chariot wheel in Scotland. In the Scottish Highlands, preparation for a new golf course led to the discovery of a rare chariot wheel buried inside a ceremonial ring. At first, workers assumed it was modern, possibly dropped by a farmer or space trash. But further digging revealed it was forged from iron using complex blacksmithing techniques, layered strips hammered into shape. Its structure and surrounding evidence place it in the Iron Age, likely around 200 BCE. The remains of a second wheel haven't been found, but it likely belonged to a two-wheeled chariot. Alongside the wheel were a 3,500-year-old cremation urn, flint tools, and stones, as well as the outlines of Neolithic buildings. Only 4 other chariot fragments have been found in Scotland, and none in the Highlands. This one confirms that chariots were used here, though rarely. Given the presence of cremated remains, animal bones, and pottery, archaeologists believe the site was part of a ceremonial burial for a pretty wealthy individual, likely someone of high rank or status. Number 8. The frozen tomb of Bavaria's ice prince. Back in October 2021, a child's grave dating to the 7th century was discovered during construction in Tussenhausen, Bavaria. Inside a stone chamber lay the body of a boy believed to be part of the elite class. Due to a newly developed preservation method using flash freezing, he became known as the Ice Prince. The original structure was repurposed to serve as his tomb. Liquid nitrogen was used to freeze the entire chamber, allowing archaeologists to lift it out without disturbing anything inside. Because of the limestone seal, silk fabric fragments were preserved, along with a leather scabbard. Almost no sediment or outside soil reached the interior. He died between 670 and 680 AD at just 18 months old. Born locally, he never left the region. He was buried with signs of high status: silk clothing, a fur blanket, a gold cross, a bronze basin, a comb, and food vessels with silver details, evidence of wealth and mourning. Number 7. Pre-Inca tomb with 24 burials in southern Peru. At the El Caireka site in southern Peru's Atico River Valley, archaeologists uncovered a circular stone-walled tomb containing 24 bodies. The burials, which included men, women, and children, are believed to date to a period before the Inca Empire. Evidence suggests the individuals may have perished in the same conflict, possibly on opposing sides, yet received careful burial rites. Grave goods such as pottery, carved bone artifacts, stone figurines, and textiles accompanied the dead, indicating respect and ritual significance. The care taken in arranging the bodies hints that the group may have been honored as heroes by the victors. Several other stone-lined tombs have been located nearby, each containing its own distinct set of grave goods. Archaeologists are employing 3D scanning to determine which areas to excavate next, while minimizing exposure damage. Once the work is complete, DNA testing will be used to determine whether any of the deceased were related, offering more insight into their shared fate. Number 6. The Last Supper Tapestry. An exhibit in Turin gained a remarkable addition: a grand tapestry of the Last Supper, commissioned in 1514 by Louise of Savoy and her son, the future King Francis I of France. Unlike many copies, this one was created during Leonardo da Vinci's lifetime, possibly even with his knowledge of its design. When da Vinci moved to Château de Clos-Lucé in Amboise, he was appointed royal painter, architect, and engineer, positions that allowed him to live comfortably until his death. The tapestry, woven with silk, gold, and silver threads, stands 30 feet wide and 16 feet high. While the central composition mirrors the original painting, the backdrop differs entirely. Instead of a somber, shadowed room, it depicts a sunlit courtyard, triple-arched bridge, lush tapestries, and a distant landscape. It was eventually gifted to Pope Clement VII in 1533 during a royal marriage. This piece isn't just decorative, it reflects artistic diplomacy and royal prestige woven into every thread. All right, guys, now let's head over to Number 5. The Roman Ring of Titus Carvilius Gemello. New layers of Roman life and tradition are coming to light through a Roman-era ring engraved with the likeness of Titus Carvilius Gemello. This ring, made of gold and quartz in the 1st century, was worn every day by his mother following his death at only 18. It was discovered in 2000, still on her hand, inside the Flavio Trajanic tomb near Rome. Her family tomb was part of the Grotta Ferrata necropolis and held 2 sarcophagi, one belonging to Carvilius Gemello and the other to Abusinia Certa. Her preservation was so remarkable that archaeologists could confirm her age, name, and even features, earning her the nickname Mummy of Rome. She died between the ages of 40 and 45, was adorned with garlands, covered in flowers, and buried wearing a wig woven with gold thread, along with the ring. Her burial captured a private moment of Roman grief, held together in gold, time, and silence that lasted nearly 2,000 years. Number 4. Half-million-year-old elephant fossil. It's not archaeology, but it's great. In central Java, Indonesia, a stunning discovery was made at the archaeological site of Patiayam, a 500,000-year-old prehistoric elephant fossil. This is the oldest animal fossil ever unearthed in the region and was carefully excavated by a specialist team to prevent any damage during removal. The fossil will be preserved for research and display in future museum exhibitions. Based on its size and skeletal structure, this extinct elephant species differs from modern Asian elephants in both proportions and key anatomical features. Its enormous size and evolutionary traits suggest it lived in a vastly different climate and environment. Though stone tools and fossils of smaller animals have been found at Patiayam before, this is the first discovery of such a massive ancient mammal. Number 3. Rediscovered mural on Venice's Grand Canal. During renovation work on a historic palazzo facing Venice's Grand Canal, workers uncovered centuries-old mural hidden beneath plaster. The building, located opposite the Rialto Bridge and above a tobacconist's shop, revealed 3 allegorical figures, 2 women and 1 man, though much of the detail is still being restored. The mural had been concealed for hundreds of years, likely as part of later renovations. Its prominent location means that once restored, it will be visible to thousands traveling the Grand Canal each day. Art historians are still working to identify the artist and the precise date of creation, but early stylistic analysis suggests a Renaissance origin. The discovery adds another layer to Venice's architectural and artistic heritage, offering a glimpse into the city's evolving visual culture. As restoration progresses, more of the figure's features, clothing, and symbolic elements are emerging, potentially revealing the mural's original meaning and the role it played in the building's history. Number 2. 99-million-year-old fungus in amber has once again proven its unmatched ability to preserve life from the distant past. In Myanmar, a piece of amber dated to 99 million years ago revealed a fly infected by a parasitic fungus, its filaments clearly visible through the translucent resin. Another specimen showed a young ant carrying a similar infection. These are now the oldest known examples of a fungus overtaking a living host. This type of fungus, often referred to as zombie fungus, invades an insect's body, eventually killing it and using its carcass to spread spores. Even with tens of thousands of amber specimens studied worldwide, these examples stand out for their preservation and rarity. The discovery provides evidence that the intricate relationship between fungi and insects was already well developed during the Cretaceous period. Number 1. The royal burial near King Midas's capital. In Turkey, a tomb was located at the Gordian excavation site, situated about 60 miles from Ankara. The tomb, dating back to the 8th century BC, rests in what was then the Phrygian capital. King Midas ruled there from 740 to 700 BC, and the chamber, dated around 750 BC, connects to his royal lineage. While it might not belong to Midas himself, signs point to a close familial tie. The chamber was filled with lavish goods, iron tools, bronze artifacts, cremation remains, and more. It's considered the richest burial discovered in the region besides the Midas Mound, believed to be his father's tomb. 2 bronze cauldrons suggest a ritual meal or symbolic feast, though no food remnants remain. They may have been crafted solely for the ceremony. The site has produced artifacts for over 75 years, with excavations still active. Gordion's burials continue revealing powerful traces of wealth, tradition, and royal ritual from ancient Phrygia's golden age. If you found this video fascinating, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for content like this. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon in the next one.